All right, here we go. Hey guys, Josh with Carl's Mower and Saw, and today we're gonna unbox the brand new STIHL MSA 190T chainsaw. I grabbed its smaller, littler brother, the MSA 161T, just so we could take a look at it and see what this MSA 190 has that's different. And then there's one that's a little bigger that I don't have anymore. They still make it. It's a good saw. It's called the MSA 220T. And you know, in life, you ask, why do you even need skim milk, right? Why do you even need skim milk? But in chainsaws, sometimes you need skim milk. So this is the skim milk. It's got the whole milk fat and protein and power, but it's got the skim milk weight, if you want to look at it that way. Let's unbox this MSA 190T, get into it. It's available in a 12 or 14 inch bar, so let's get that out of the way. It runs on the AP Series batteries. Personally, I'd be running it with the AP 200. This is STIHL's lightest battery, so it's gonna make this thing feel a lot more agile and nimble while you're in the tree limbing that sucker out, while you're doing some professional arborist work per se. It can though run the 300 or 500 series battery as well. All right, we've got our bar wrench. Tiny little, I haven't seen a STIHL bar wrench that's this cute and baby-like. Opening the box, we have our owner's manual. We should read that. I'll read that tonight. I'm sorry, honey. I'm gonna be a little boring tonight. And boom, out comes the brand new STIHL MSA 190. I mean, what do we see that's different? Not a lot. Here's some of the specs. This thing can run up to 48 minutes on an AP 200 battery. It has power that is similar to my favorite STIHL chainsaw, which is the MS 194T. So what this guy is, battery is equivalent to an MS 194T gas. So if you have been longing for a good, powerful, lightweight, in-tree, professional limbing saw, here you go, guys. Come in and check it out. The MSA 190T. We've got our standard STIHL chain tensioner. Let's get this cover off. Let's put the bar and chain on and we'll spin it up. I do notice we have the captive bar nut. Thank you, STIHL. What a good little change. This happened, when did they introduce this, guys? I'm thinking it's going back to was that the 362 that was the first one that had that? The captive bar nut, right? It's part of the cover. There we go. Captive bar nut, the external sprocket like we're used to. Chain tensioner here right in the middle. Pop this bar and chain on. I'm gonna do it backwards and upside down because that makes me look like I know what I'm doing. We'll back the tension on this all the way off. Bam, good. I do have a cheat sheet because sometimes my memory is not as good as it used to be. A high chain speed with up to 20 meters a second. That's gonna say roughly 60 feet per second chain speed. Okay, that's whizzing. So this ain't no slouch of a saw. This is gonna have the high chain speed that if you're in the tree, right, and you're trying to get that limb cut, I mean, it's not just a matter of you cutting it and getting in and out of the tree quickly. It's also safety, right? We need these cuts to be quick, precise, and on point. We don't need that limb stripping as it's being cut. So the MSA 190T, tightening this bar nut up here real quick, and we'll put the battery in. We'll give it a quick spin. We're gonna look at the controls. I do see some improvements in the controls as I'm putting it together, which I kind of like. And that's a lot of the importance is the ergonomics. When you're tight space, using it in weird things, hanging from a tree, you guys that do this professionally, you guys feel like you can do this all day long. You get a guy like me in a tree and I get a little scared. So ergonomically and control-wise, I have my operator presence switch. You know, everything's gonna have this, so my hand has to be on the top, and then I have my trigger. There is one little side button here, and this is, I would just kind of say, is my on and off. So I need to be able to press that button, and then my trigger works. If I look at it compared to the 161, that little button I have to press is much smaller and it's kind of in a dimpled in area. It's harder to get to. So it works, but it's an intentional push of that button, which I think is gonna be just not as agile and nimble in the tree. So I like that. Otherwise, man, this thing feels good. Let's pop the battery in. This comes in at 6.8 pounds with the battery. So that's a nice light machine. You know, a lot of the gas saws, they'll spec out somewhere near there, but then we're adding gas, right? So we're adding a little bit of weight. Keep that in mind with battery. The weight's already there when they're giving you that measurement. Got our brake. Let's take the brake off. Yeah, baby. I want a tree right now that I can go massacre and take those limbs off. Hey, if you're looking for a new battery arborist saw, something light, agile, nimble, with a high chain speed that's built with a professional in mind, I mean, by a company who knows how to make chainsaws, come check out the STIHL MSA 190T at Carl's Mower and Saw.